Hi you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to be doing a color change on these nails. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm doing right now is taking my coarse drill bits and I am going in and drilling off the gel polish that was on there before. And so when you're doing this, you want to make sure that your drill bit is either coarse or extra coarse to get through the gel polish. And also I'm using a safety coarse bit. You want to make sure that your coarse bits are safety because they are kind of sharp, so they can cut your client. So make sure it has a dome head to it so that you can prevent from cutting your client. I did these nails about a week before doing this video, so her nails did not grow any, so I don't have to go in for a fill with this full set. I'm just going in and drilling off that gel polish so I can change the color. If you're wondering, it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to take off all the gel polish. This video isn't as sped up as all my other ones, but it does not take long for gel polish to be removed with the drill bit. So just make sure, if you want this process to go by faster, you want to use a coarse or extra coarse drill bit in order for this to be faster. Depending on your methods and whatnot, you can choose a coarse or extra coarse. I personally chose a coarse because I am new at doing nails, so once I get more comfortable, I will move up to an extra coarse when doing this. When I'm taking off gel polish, I do speed up the drill. The reason for this is because, you know, I'm not getting so close to the cuticle or anything like that, and I do want to remove this. Usually when you are filing at a lower speed, it's because you don't want to take away anything from the nail. Like when you're buffing nails, you do it at the lowest speed that you can because you don't want to damage the nails. And when you are filing after you apply the acrylic, you're just wanting to seal it. But for this, I'm just trying to remove this as fast as I can. I also want you guys to know that this video is going to be cut off in the end because I thought I put my phone on do not disturb, but turns out that I didn't, and so it cut off before I could apply the top coat. But you know, you should know how to put on the top coat, so I don't think it's really that important, but I'm just letting you guys know before we move on. Okay, so now that all the gel polish is removed, I am going in with my file and just shaping it back to being sharp. These nails was done a week prior, so they are a little dull, so it doesn't hurt to go back and file and get that perfect shape back. Okay, so for one of her nails, it was a bit broken off. So I'm going in with the Mia Secret nail form to just put some acrylic on that and get the shape back, because when she broke it, some of her real nail was exposed. So I didn't want to file all that down and have a really short nail. So I'm just taking a nail form and just sticking it on. And if you guys want a tutorial on how to put on a nail form, I can do that. But what I'm doing right now is taking a small bead of acrylic, and I'm making sure it's drier than usual, because when you're using nail forms, you don't want your acrylic to be running everywhere. So when doing this, you are able to shape the nails how you want it to be shaped, and you don't want to have to do any extra filing because of, running acrylic. So I'm going to let that sit for a little bit, and I'm just checking to see if that part that I just did is dry, and I'm going to take the nail form off and then shape that as well. And I'm going to file it with a regular hand file. I don't need a drill for this, and I'm also going to buff it as well. Once you're done filing, just buff the top of the nail to make sure it's smooth for when you apply your gel polish. So now it's time for the polish, and I'm just taking some red polish. That's what she wanted. I'm taking it and I'm just applying 2 layers of this polish to each of her nails. With each layer, you want to make sure that it dries for 30 to 60 seconds for it to be dry enough for you to apply another layer. When doing gel polish, you want to make sure that you go in and clean around the edges where you got some polish on the skin before you cure it, because once you cure it, it's going to be really hard to get that stuff off. Once I'm done polishing that hand, I'm going to let it cure and then take the other hand and apply the polish as well. So pretty soon after this, the video cut off, and I'm so sorry about that, you guys, but all I did was apply a top coat and then cure that for 90 seconds in the nail up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.